Good evening, fuckers. Thanks, Leonard, for making me go through the goddamn McDonald's drive-thru. I had to eat something. Chicken sandwich with guacamole wasn't too bad, actually. Thanks for the shake. Leonard bought me a large shake.
What flavor?
Chocolate.
You only finished.
We like chocolate.
You only finished a third of it.
Yeah, I'm nursing it a little bit.
Put some vodka in it.
Nah. Rum goes better with the chocolate. How you feeling?
If I get the opportunity to speak to Big Rob Fitness, I've been admiring him for quite a while now. I like his business acumen, and he seems like a good people person. Kind of like something I would aspire to be, and hopefully I can get to actually speak to him. It would be a very...
Your wish will be granted.
Mutually
soon.
Amicable event.
You don't have to be sarcastic yet. He's not on the phone. See, this isn't live, so we can talk about whatever we want before we bring him on.
Another one who crawled out from underneath a rock.
Yeah.
Interjected himself.
Yeah, we'll see if he bullshits us. And if he does, we'll call him out on his bullshit. Because I don't think he realizes that we saw some of his earlier videos, one of which Andrew linked me to today, which thoroughly pissed me off.
Which, by the way, was deleted within the last 2 hours.
Because he claimed at first to not know anything about Jason and this and that, but back in October it was. You said that video was up in October.
October 2017.
He was talking about you being pregnant and Jason being the father and kind of goofing on you guys.
He said you look like a pregnant lady. Jason impregnated you, had sex with you without a condom, and you were going to have a kid and name the kid Jenny. A combination of Jason and Lenny. And I sent Brad that because I was doing a little bit of homework on the guy, due diligence. We're going to have the guy on the podcast soon, so I wanted to get myself up to speed. So I was going through some of his older videos on his channel, and I stumbled upon that one. And now it's deleted. It's no longer on his YouTube page. Just before he comes on the podcast.
So the first thought in my head after watching that was troll. Fucking troll.
And coward. If he doesn't have the balls to... I didn't delete anything I said. Anything. And I still meant it about the Hells Angels. You name it.
Actually, somebody wanted me to ask you, why did you...
I saw that question.
Yeah. Why did you...
Apologize
for saying what you said. Give him the backstory. What happened?
So I get a free trip. More publicity.
Well, what did Mel Chauncey contacted Lou?
Yeah.
Right?
And Lou said
tell the story.
Best interest.
This was just before we met Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Right. And he actually wanted me to compete at his show. Waive the entry fee and things like that. So, hey, it's called diplomacy. It works.
Yeah. Well, there you go, viewers. He said Chauncey said the Hells Angels were not too pleased with your
like I said,
comments. They wanted to go after you and Nate, right? Didn't they say that? Didn't they say that?
You don't see me and Nate backing down.
And we didn't even tell Nate because he would have been shitting his pants on a daily basis.
That's nothing. Nate's from Vegas. And the way he can eat, he could probably take a lot of physical.
What's he going to do? Challenge him to an eating contest?
He'll probably eat one of them.
Eat one of their motorcycles.
So I wanted to read it, but before we call in Rob, we're going to call up Rob in about, 15 or 20 minutes. I wanted to read an email I got. He asked to remain anonymous, but anyway, we sent this guy some T-shirts. He lives over in Canada, and he sent us an email through the website because he hadn't received the shirts yet. I said, be patient. Sometimes the international orders take a while. And lo and behold, he got the shirts the very next day. And then he sent me the following email, which I thought was very nice. I just want to let you know I got my T-shirt today. Once again, thanks a lot. I forgot to mention something. People always doubt the intellect of your audience. I just wanted to let you know that I am planning on doing my PhD in law, and tons of educated people watch you guys. What I admire most is how straight up and blunt you guys are about things. I hear Lenny and the boys use raghead, and I'm of Lebanese descent. It doesn't bother me. It's actually funny. Whether you're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, atheist, we are all humans and we should all have fun, get along, and make fun of each other once in a while. It's okay. Once again, keep up the good work. You guys have a bright future. Cheers and much love from Ottawa, Canada. And his name starts with the letter H.
Well,
So thank you,
people
H.
I mean, people that know us know we have friends of every fucking nationality. You know, it's not when you say porch monkey, or you're talking about the lazy fucks that sit on their front porch and collect a government check and don't do a goddamn thing. You're not talking about Will, somebody that's a hard working, black man. You're not. You're just.
I don't associate with it.
It's like I love if everybody would go watch one of Chris Rock's stand-ups. I don't know if it was his first or second one when a black man said there's a difference between a black guy and a nigger. There's even white people can be niggers. It's an ignorant.
Yes, there was a show last night on PBS with a Ku Klux Klan leader. I mean, it's this black musician, and he actually gave him a friendship certificate. And one of his rallies, he said out loud, "I have more respect for this black man than one of you white niggers."
Yeah, I mean, like people just get we're in such a fucking oversensitive state of mind nowadays, and the whole world. Everybody's so you got to be so careful. You don't want to offend anybody. It's just the same with the kids growing up. Everybody has to get a trophy, and you don't want to. Fuck you. They need to learn. If you lose, if you finish last, you want to do better next. Push you to do better so you can finish first. And that. It's such fucking nonsense.
Some of the funniest TV shows in the history of television. The Benny Hill Show, The Jeffersons, Archie Bunker.
All in the Family?
Archie Bunker, All in the Family.
Come on.
Were some of the most politically incorrect, misogynistic shows, riddled with some of the most
about the Westerns? Everybody's got
humor.
A rifle.
Yeah,
every kid in America got a rifle at age 10, from what I heard. Where's all the mass shootings at? They used to have rifle classes in our old high school.
It's lack of discipline too. Like Jay pointed out the other day, how like paddling went out of schools in the early '80s, and that's when mass shootings started.
Exactly.
Kids aren't disciplined like they used to be. If you put, some kids, you can't paddle your kids anymore. You can't slap them around because they'll call the police or DCF. That's my fucking kid. I brought that kid into this world. If he needs an ass whooping, he's going to get a fucking ass whooping. And some kids deserve it. You don't beat them until they're bloody or bruised or whatever, but a swat on the ass once in a while, it's not going to hurt anybody.
I live with beat her son with his shoes so bad, it almost put me in tears. But to this day, he respects his mother, he listens to his mother, and he actually takes care of his mother now because he's sick.
But you got to be so gentle and kind, and that's the kids now, the millennials that are taking over with this PC shit. Like everybody, your kid can't be disappointed. Oh my God, we finished second. We get a smaller trophy. Fuck you. Fuck you.
They water everything down. Just like in bodybuilding, they issue out pro cards like like water.
Yeah, these kids nowadays, they don't care if they lose. They just, it's all about having fun. It is about having fun, but you do give a shit if you win or lose. Winning fucking feels better. I don't give a shit who you are or what you say. Winning feels better. How can you disagree with that? It's fucking ridiculous. But again, we're in a world that's whatever. Just fucking pussies. And we can't take a little constructive criticism. You love it, which is great. I like it too. I don't mind if somebody says, "Oh, you got to work on this." It makes you work harder.
Absolutely.
Hey, point out the flaws. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
That'll motivate you to change it.
Lenny, let me see your microphone for a second. Hold on. Okay.
It's ready to insert in your butt.
Yes, my father came at me with belts. Then when I got older, he came at me with fists. This day, I had a headache for 3 days the time he punched me in the face. I was about 17 years old, but I deserved it.
Yeah, I deserved every ass whooping I got.
I probably deserved a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And when I sat my ass down on a toilet inside a nightclub in the women's room, the bouncers should have came in and gave me an ass whooping then, but they didn't. Did that help me? No.
It's just a green light to do it again.
Yeah.
Because nothing's going to happen. That's why these kids are such smart asses too in school.
The worst ones are these little porch monkeys walking around in Black Lives Matter, pissing and moaning.
Hey, what the fuck are you crying about? You have as much equal opportunity as anybody else in this fucking country.
Little babies.
You know what I'm saying? If you excel at sports or you're smart, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. Don't try to act like you're getting just because just because you were raised in a fucked up society is not your fault. You can do whatever you want to change that. You don't have
Piss
to
and moan about
you don't have to repeat the
racism.
cycle.
It's not fair. I used to say things like that. Things
Yeah,
aren't
but
fair,
what's funny is
screw the hell with it.
they say, "Oh, well, black people, we can't be racist." Bullshit. Some of the most racist people I've ever met were fucking black. You know, they can say whatever they want. You white.
Some of the most ignorant people I ever met are black. Some of the most demonic people I've ever met are black.
I've met some really smart black people too. Actually, the guy that set us up with this is fucking Leon. Is a fucking genius.
Yeah, our IT guy.
So, and I've met a lot of ignoramus white people too.
Yeah, I've met a lot of white niggers too.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. It's pathetic. Guys in their 30s with their hats sideways and their pants sagging down. Give me a fucking break.
Did they invent that style?
Even if they didn't invent it, why would you copy that? Why?
Because you're a cookie cutter.
Right. Why can't you fucking be yourself or wear
They
what's
copy the
comfortable?
styles of the cars. All the way down to the music, the tattoos.
You love mentioning tattoos.
Is that a Freudian slip?
I started getting tattooed before it was fucking a trend, so go fuck yourself.
He always just blankly stares at you too after he says
and then
it.
it's
Smirks.
and then it's a fucking It's just
becomes a stare down.
It's a vice. Whatever.
A vice? What do you mean?
You would actually like it because you like pain.
Well,
if you got a good portrait of Christina put right on your chest, you would love it.
I can't do that like that.
Why?
I don't want to. I don't think Christina would approve of it.
What are you talking about? A woman?
She's not a woman.
I think a woman.
She's a goddess.
Okay,
I'm
I think
she's
a
an
goddess,
angel.
Any woman would be flattered that somebody would tattoo their face on them.
She can't be human. The way she makes me feel is it's not possible.
All right, so put a fucking halo over her portrait or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It's indescribable. I still, to this day, I've never felt like
Put
that.
angel wings on her. We could come up with a really cool one. Pay tribute to her.
Me paying tribute to her is just hopefully letting other people find one like her or use her for their own angel, because everyone has a purpose in life. That I believe. I don't believe we were born.
What's your purpose?
Well, first of all, before I answer that question, even in the United States, when they say we're all born equal, no, we're not. That's a lie. But we all have a purpose in life. I do believe that. Now, as far as equality, I don't believe that. That makes no sense.
No.
What is my purpose? My purpose is to extend the limits of what humans can endure, push the limits as far as weighing 700 pounds ripped, and continually striving.
Which we're going to put on a shirt soon.
Yeah.
We just got
to promote,
revise that design a little
to
bit.
promote those that go outside the box, that think creatively, as far as business in the medical field, nutritional field, finding new horizons and actually believing we can cure these diseases and prevent disease and extend life and human performance.
Of course, they could probably cure cancer right now. They don't want to because the fucking drug companies make too much money. They could, come on. You don't think they can cure a lot of the cancer that's out there?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's a scam.
I think
The real.
All they do is fucking pump these people full of drugs, keep them alive. They get doctors and the pharmaceutical companies get fucking rich. Well, people you just prolong your death for another 5 years.
Well, I agree with you there, but the real cure to cancer, barring kinds of cancer you get from being exposed to carcinogens like the sun and cigarette smoke, is in genetic engineering. If it's in, you cannot smoke a cigarette a day in your life. If it's in your DNA to get lung cancer, you're going to get it no matter what you do, whether you smoke a cigarette or not. So the real cure to cancer lays in genetic engineering.
Right, I know a friend of mine, his father died of lung cancer. He never smoked.
Right.
But his wife
what
did.
is cancer? An unnatural,
and his wife's still alive and still
an
smoking.
unnatural response to
fuck?
some type of stimulus. The way your body, handles that. And obviously the nutritional aspect, you have the studying of the blood type diets and stuff like that. They're onto something there.
If they could cure it,
The
how
correct
much?
way to eat to keep your immune system and your mental capacity. I believe a lot of mental illness is due to lack of nutrition or incorrect nutrition, lack of amino acids, lack of essential fats. Most vegetarians that I know I would consider mentally ill in every aspect of their life.
Yeah, it's a terrible diet. Veganism, it's just stupid. We're not genetically made that way to not have meat. It's ridiculous.
When we're done with the dime store medicine.
Well, not only that, what's disturbing about cancer treatment is that most of it's not covered by insurance either.
At least we're not talking about trannies.
Right.
We can talk about dime trannies with tens.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? What are
you trying to say?
It's frustrating because insurance won't cover cancer medication. That all it does is prolong your life a little bit, and then you end up dying anyway. Insurance won't cover that, but they'll cover these fucking rehab kids.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, they got a disease. Cancer's not a fucking disease now? A guy I work with, his wife had stage 4 breast cancer. He had to work an overnight job, plus at the post office. His bills for her cancer medication was fucking $3,000 a month because it was considered experimental.
Did she survive?
No. She ended up dying within 2 fucking years.
That's a national disgrace,
Yeah.
what you just said.
I'm not kidding you. She was in a fucking hospital bed in the middle of their living room where his kids, they just slowly watched her fucking die. And he had to work day and night to pay for her medication. Even though we have great insurance would not cover that shit.
Medication that did what? Just prolonged her agony?
That's it.
And, of course, the rehabbers are young, too. They can make a lot of money off them for a few number
Probably
of
had
years.
horrendous side effects on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
That are probably worse. That are worse than the cancer itself.
You don't want to see people like that.
Because the old saying, if you can't hold your liquor, don't drink. If you can't do your drugs and function, don't do it or pay the price.
Exactly.
And my theory has always been the Joe Arpaio tent city-style prison labor camp. Instead of an SSI check, an air-conditioned apartment, outings to gyms, shopping malls, churches, stores, free supplements, you name it.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Pure selfishness.
We'll get off our soapboxes now.
Big Rob Fitness. What time do you think? I've already told you 3 times, between 7:30 and 8.
5 minutes.
So why are you asking me again?
Let's see. We'll play nice in the beginning. If he tries to lie, and then
I don't mean to make it
he's
too long,
fucking
but do you
fair
mind
game.
if I ask him, could you give us a background on your upbringing,
Oh man, I'm gonna
your
ask.
sports? I just want to hear more, basically sum up your life.
Perfect. Yeah, Andrew's got a bunch of. We'll let Andrew handle most of it.
I wrote down I posted something on Instagram today because listen, the viewers, the maniacs, the witnesses, these people are more in tune with all this shit than we could ever be.
Yeah,
so
they don't miss shit.
Right.
He
So
strikes me as an odd kid. He's a character.
We'll see.
That's the first time I saw him.
Yeah.
I just want him to be honest. That's it. He seems like so far I think he's been very honest from the stuff he said on YouTube because we know Jason personally, so we can attest to a lot of the shit he's been saying. I keep telling him when you come on the podcast, just be honest. Don't worry about positivity, negativity.
You let him know that we don't edit shit out, right?
No.
Okay. You're talking about him being an odd person. Look at you. Fuck.
He's a character.
Talking about. So are you. What's the difference? Yeah, I know what you're saying. All right, call this buffoon.
All right.
See what he's got to say.
Hang on.
What do I give a shit? He doesn't pay my fucking bills.
I rigged up a slightly different audio system tonight, so I'm hoping that the phone call translates a little bit better. I know every time we've had someone call in, 7:40. Okay, all right, so 10 minutes.
Where's he calling from?
Michigan. Where he's probably freezing his testicles off.
All right, 7:40 done.
Boy, they got some hot trannies in Detroit, man, on Backpage.
Lenny.
Oh, my God.
Let's try to get through a whole podcast without talking about trannies.
I'll try.
You think it's doable?
You want to ask him if he's done some of those Detroit trannies, don't you?
I'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
What's his mantra? What does he say? Motivation, humanity, and trannies?
Ejaculation. Fuck knows. I don't know what the hell he says. Well, ask him when he calls in. He'll probably say it 3 or 4 fucking times while we talk to him. He might be a little bit of a savant too. Who knows? Idiot savant. I don't know. He just strikes me as fucking weird. I saw that superhero video and I couldn't watch anymore. I was just like, I don't know.
He strikes me as a guy who's in his 50s.
I think so.
No, I don't need more time. Second.
He's gonna listen back to the beginning in this. Those assholes. And he'll probably make 6 fucking videos about this 1 2-hour podcast.
Good for us.
Good for us how? He gets fucking no views. It really doesn't benefit us at all, but who gives a shit? We'll throw him a fucking bone.
10 minutes, we're calling him.
Maybe he'll text you 10 more times in that 10 minutes. Bravo said he's like a fucking Jason.
Well, I feel like
and shit.
I feel like I keep having to guide him through the process.
Bravo turned him on to us, and he actually made the connection. And Jay talks to him too, so
Yeah.
they vouch for the guy. We'll have him on. What the fuck?
He's a Michigan fan like Jay.
Yeah, of course. What else do they have up there?
The Lions.
Okay, what else do they have up there? But sports. The fuck is there to do in Michigan? That's one place I don't give a shit if I ever fucking go. No offense. You know what I'm saying? How many places in this country do you not give a shit if you ever see?
The majority.
Iowa, I mean, what the fuck? You?
Well, I'm going to go to Montreal.
It's not in this country.
Close enough. Mike P used to go to Montreal and to strip clubs when he was in high school. He used to drive up there from Massachusetts.
He's a strip club addict, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from him. I gave him a call. He stopped calling me. I don't know what happened.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Maybe he's tired of taking you out.
No, he's...
Here we go again.
Over a week? That's not that long.
Yeah, but something might have happened.
Again? What did I tell you? That's 1 in 1 minute. Those shirts are great.
I know, they do detail.
Remember, wash them inside out. They won't fade too much. Your other ones, is this that same guy that sent them the first batch?
Yep.
Okay.
That was back over the summer, I think. And
Leonard Broccolini from Australia.
We do make one hell of a couple, I'll say that.
In your eyes.
We are going to make a project together. I'm not sure what it is, but I do foresee that in the future.
You're as fucking delusional as Jason. You really are. I just don't know where you come up with this shit. Did you see the new guy that's trying to ride his coattails? This fat Filipino kid from Los Angeles? The fuck is that nonsense? Another guy that he's just gonna fucking cling on to and try to get a free trip out of. Oh, we're gonna compete! 2 clowns.
So you and Jason are back
out of shape clowns. You're gonna
so
step
you and
on a
Jason
body.
are back on
If I was a no, fuck him. I don't care if I ever see that piece of shit again.
Brad.
No, I'm serious. He's a fucking dirtbag. He is. All he does is run his fucking mouth. He spreads lies and bullshit just to, benefit himself.
Lenny, when someone goes on YouTube and falsely accuses you of stealing, that's you're drawing a line in the sand, and
right.
you can't get back over it. Things,
but we're not fucking thieves.
Right.
Never have been and never fucking will be. I mean, I was a thief when I was a kid, but that's when I didn't fucking know any better.
You want to get into detail about that, Brad?
Yeah, we used to steal cigarettes and beer and shit from grocery stores.
Cigarettes and beer. What's that, the breakfast of champions?
Because we couldn't buy them. We were underage.
Cigarettes and beer.
Candy, whatever.
Candy.
I used to steal skateboards, skateboard wheels, all that kind of shit.
Where'd you steal the skateboards from?
I'd like not to say because they're still in business.
Wow.
But yeah, other than that, like, when you become an adult and you make money and you don't have to fucking steal or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, for him to say that is fucking... He's a piece of shit. He just does it for sympathy and tries to get shit from other people. And poor me. Oh, I'm so sad tonight, guys. Oh, I'm so lonely. Well, why are you lonely and sad? Because you fucking burn every bridge that you cross, you fucking asshole. We stuck our neck out for that cocksucker so many times, and we stood up for him through all his bullshit.
He's right.
Rich Piana should have knocked him straight the fuck out. He should have. The only reason why we stuck up for him was because on the way home, Nate called me saying Jason was like hysterical crying in his car, was so embarrassed, thought his channel was going to be gone.
Ding, 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 ding. He wasn't embarrassed. He thought his channel was going to be gone.
Right. He thought
he didn't care.
He was humiliated. All this shit. Nate said he was legit crying, and Nate also said that all Rich Piana and all his goons knew that Jason was there, even though they said they didn't know he was there. They knew he was there. They set that whole shit up. Isn't that what Nate told us? No. So that's why we got pissed off and did that video, but we shouldn't have stuck up for him. He should have been laid out by plenty of fucking guys that he orders 66. He's a fucking cyber bully.
That's why he'll never order 66 us, because we know where he works.
And where we're
right here.
Exactly.
He'll order 66 people who live 1,000 miles away.
That he thinks he'll never fucking see.
And then he's face to face with them, and
and then when he's face to face with them, like Pussy Liner down in Miami, he kisses his fucking ass. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, pussy. You're a big shot when you're on, on YouTube when you think you're never going to run into somebody. But dude, I'm so shocked that his channel, all his shit hasn't been fucking flagged and deleted a long time ago. Because he's a cyber fucking bully. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That Order 66 shit is fucking totally out of control. But it holds no weight anymore because it's fucking stupid. Nobody gives a shit. Ooh, what are you going to put on somebody's page? Order 66. Gives a fuck. What's the difference? You know, especially to a lesser channel, too. It's just drawing attention to them. Big fucking deal. Nobody cares about that crap. And people that don't pay attention to Star Wars don't even know what the fuck it means.
And if it's someone's Instagram, they just change it to private and that's it.
Exactly. But, you know, fuck him. We stood up for him for most shit that we shouldn't have and covered for his fucking dumb ass with all the antics he does. And for him to still run his mouth and... What was that video you sent? Was this prankster shit?
I guarantee you, Lenny, if we stooped Jason with cash and gifts and this and that the way PJ Braun does, he would have issued the biggest fucking apology video on YouTube you've ever seen in your whole life. But because we don't give him shit, we only give him something when he earns it, like the t-shirt money, the money we gave him over the months and couple of years when he sold shirts. Other than that, we never gave him anything. An occasional, bite to eat if we were out, that was it. If we stooped him with money the way someone like PJ does, or did, I don't know if he does anymore after what happened.
I don't know why
Trust
he does.
me.
There's no benefit to him doing that.
He would have apologized 6 ways to Sunday, and you know it.
How did the Adam Pollard gift go to Jason? Did you get any feedback?
Oh, the horse shit. The horse shit. I don't know. Jason's not going to advertise what went to his house. Box of horse shit. You know, he's entitled to birthday gifts. You know, fuck you. He's just another millennial entitled fucking creep. Fuck him. He doesn't deserve shit. And he's not even entertaining anyway. I fucking haven't watched this shit in the longest fucking time. Garbage videos. He's actually regressed as a human being. Usually he gets smarter with age. He's gotten fucking dumber.
You don't want to hear about his day?
Yeah, exactly. He's a attention whore. He cares. And he thinks that all those good comments are like, you know, they're being sarcastic, but he thinks that they're really, they think I'm shredded. Remember when I used to come to the gym? They say I'm looking shredded, bro. Yeah. Jason, they're being sarcastic, you fucking dope. No. Okay, whatever. He never listened to us. He'd rather listen to a perfect stranger than listen to us, people that know him and know what he's getting trolled.
Well, one of the things I'm going to ask Rob, I want to know if Rob actually told Jason that he's going to have him collab with The Rock. And he's going to get him into movies and help him with this and that.
Remember, what did he tell us outside the gym that day?
Right?
Remember, he's like, he's going to put me in a movie with mentally handicapped people with The Rock.
Right.
I had that on Snap, but I didn't put it up because I didn't want to fucking embarrass him. Which I should have.
When someone approaches Jason and feeds him all this bullshit, that's it. The blinders go on and you can't reason. I'm like, Jason, have you ever seen one single photograph of Rob with The Rock? No, you don't understand, bro. Rob's my friend. He knows The Rock. Okay. Have you seen one single photograph of this guy with The Rock? It doesn't matter, bro. He's my friend. And that's it. The wall goes up. The blinders go on. And he just will not listen to us. We're just... trying to play a little devil's advocate. We've only
known him since the beginning, and we know what a troll is and what isn't. He just fucking falls for it every time.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. You can't even describe it to someone who isn't familiar with this shit. Anyway, speaking of Rob, let's give this guy a call.
Yeah, so he stops fucking texting. Are you all right over there?
What's wrong?
Turn that shirt over because you're getting.
She's so beautiful, gorgeous.
Is she going to distract you while we do this?
Turn it over, please. Turn it over.
God. I kind of wish I would die so she can take me away.
She's not going to. Stop trying to kill yourself.
You wish she would die?
People want you around. Don't you understand?
Yeah, but you can
stop it. You're not. If you die, you're not going to ever see her.
Carry me away.
She's not. You're never going to see her. If you die, you're never going to see her.
I can't believe we're even having this fucking discussion.
Just so you know, that should give you reason enough to live, so you can actually meet her in person.
Many times,
Leonard, stop it. You're not that stupid.
You are not
that stupid.
Effortless.
You're not that stupid. Cut it out. Seriously, cut it the fuck out.
All right, guys, ready?
If you die, you're never going to meet her. That should give you reason enough to live.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I've seen it.
People don't want you to die.
I see premonitions. I have seen things throughout my entire life that have came true.
Well, that's all the drugs you're taking.
No. I haven't as a child.
To all you young people out there, that's called a dial tone.
And they'll probably know the number just by the sounds.
Hang on.
Where's the speaker at?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Rob.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you tonight?
Good. Thank you for the call.
No, anytime. It's myself, Andrew, Brad, Lenny. We're in the dining room here doing the podcast on a Monday night like we usually do. And
Hi, Brad. Hi, Lenny.
Hey, I can't believe I'm actually speaking to you. I've been watching your work for years. I'm a big admirer, and hopefully we can get...
I've been watching yours, my friend. You're
He hasn't been on
you guys are really
YouTube
awesome
for years.
guys. You're really entertaining and a group of good guys. I have a lot of respect for you guys.
thanks, Rob. We appreciate it. So
Yes, sir.
I guess the first...
Feel free to ask me whatever you want, guys.
Okay, yeah, well, we sort of threw this over to the Maniacs on Instagram today, and we got probably close to 300 comments with questions, and I wrote a bunch of them down. Some of them are slow-pitch softball questions. Some of these are a little high and tight under the chin. But, you know, the first question I have for you, and I think this is one a lot of people would have, is why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are? You know, give us a little bit of a brief bio, because you sort of burst onto the scene a few weeks ago, and no one really knows much about you other than what they've seen in video. So tell us a little about Big Rob Fitness.
Okay. I'm born and raised, and you want me to start a little about myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
three minute bio. Just
Who else are you going to talk about? Your wife?
I'm sorry?
Who else are you going to talk about? Your wife and kid? You have kids?
Of course. I'll talk about my wife, my kids.
That's all right. We don't want to know about them. We want to know about you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, I'm born and raised in Michigan. My parents are from the Middle East, from Lebanon. Okay, so my background is Middle Eastern. But my grandfather was in World War II. My parents been here for years and years. I went to University of Michigan. I have a management degree. I've been in business for myself.
Go Blue.
And, you know, I've always enjoyed, helping people. I've always been one to go out of my way for others, to, help the homeless off camera. I've been doing this for years and years. I've been training for years. I enjoy fitness. I've always been one to help, the underdog. I mean, I've always been able to step in and help others that need help. So I started this YouTube. I'm new at it. It was back in August 24th of this year, 2017. So, I used to watch YouTube. I used to watch the Misfits, the best guys out there.
Thank you.
I used to watch Rich Piana, Kelly Muscle, and
Chuck Basher.
I started this
Chuck
back in
Basher.
August, just for fun. And, from there, just one thing led to another. It's, and I'm really enjoying it. I really am. I mean, I don't, you get a lot of haters and negative comments and all that, but, you just have to have thick skin and just try to do the right thing, have fun with it without offending or hurting anyone. So I do my best not to do that.
Well, if you do offend someone from time to time, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you can't please the world, but
Right.
you have to try to have fun with it and just try to do positive things. So
No, that's
I'm trying to.
yeah, that's definitely been your theme. The positivity. We were texting each other a little bit about that.
As of late, though, right? Did you start off like that, or?
The positive, yes, I did. Now, this is what happened. This is how I don't know, Jason, but this is why I made the video of Rich Piana. Why I wasn't trying to, I don't talk about anyone that's sick or dying, or I don't wish bad for anyone whatsoever, Andrew. I never did and never would. It just was like death or anything bad, never anything negative. But the thing is, so I used to watch Rich Piana. He was entertaining and all that. I don't think he was, as far as the information he was given, it's because, for his own benefit, God rest his soul, for business. He's a very good businessman. And when I seen him kind of, slap Jason Genova around, I didn't know what this Order 66 was or how much, damage it could do to someone. So it really upset me about that. But, I wouldn't do what he did, but I didn't know how much damage and what Jason knows what Jason is doing. So
yeah, he should have done a lot more than just slap box him.
What is that?
He should have done a lot more than just slap box him.
You know, the thing with the Jason, though, that I really, my intentions were very, very positive with him. It really was. I really wanted to do good things with him. I thought I could help him out.
Who contacted who? Did you reach out to him, or did he reach out to you originally?
A friend told me to give him a call, and then eventually, I think he called me. He called me after a few months.
Okay.
I asked him, I said, I called you, why did you wait? Because a lot of people prank him or whatever it is. So that's how, I think after he left you guys, or whatever happened with that, and then he just got a hold of me, and I thought, this would be a good one, because, as you could see, I trained King Robbie, and the guy, I've known the young man since he's been a baby. His mom had stage 4 terminal cancer. I'll always be in his life. And anyone you see in my videos, I don't charge a penny. I would never charge Robbie a penny or anything. I do it out of my heart, and I just have so much fun with him. He's really motivating to train with. He really is. So, I thought Jason Genova would be a good fit because, he's got some disabilities. But with Jason, not to talk negative, I think he knows what he's doing, and he uses his disabilities to his advantage.
And you found that out pretty quick. Good thing for you.
Yeah, pretty quick. Because he would always be calling me, asking me to send him money, to get him an Uber, if I could buy him a lightsaber, if I could do this, when am I coming, when am I going to introduce him to this guy. And, he would call me, like I said in the video, when I exposed him, he'd be calling me at 3 a.m. and he told me he couldn't sleep, his father passed away, and that meant something to me. I mean, that's a call that I take serious, and I'm, I want to make sure he's okay. So what happened, he started calling me all the time, like 5 a.m., and it's usually for stuff that didn't really make sense, to be honest, with all due respect. And so I said, I'm gonna put my phone on silent. My younger son looked at me, and he said, no, Dad, maybe he might need you or something. And I said, I'm not going to do it, because you don't know what goes through Jason's head. He might need to talk to someone at the minute, and I want to be there to answer. I don't want to have regrets and find out, he did something bad. You know what I mean? So I want to be there for him. But, you can only take enough, and he's Jason and Jason.
Well, just before we called you up, I was talking about the last time I spoke to Jason, which was maybe 3 weeks to a month ago on the phone. He was overly excited and enthusiastic because he was saying, oh, my new friend Rob, he's gonna get a collab with me with The Rock, and he's gonna manage my whole new apparel line, and he's gonna help me get into movies. Did you ever tell him those things?
As far as movies, it's not that easy. Now, I did tell him I was gonna get him some stuff from The Rock, but he wasn't patient enough, and I wouldn't do it now. I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean,
do you know The Rock?
Yes, I do. I have a relationship with him, so I just want to leave it at that. I have a relationship with them, and Dave Renzi, Dana Garcia. Dana's his manager. Dave Renzi owns Renzi Gym in Sunrise, Florida.
Never heard of her.
He's married to Dana Garcia, which is his ex-wife, and then Dave is The Rock's trainer for the past 3 years. They all get along. Everything's good.
So how do you know them?
Through some friends. I know them through some friends, and I have a good relationship with his assistant, Crystal. And I used to manage Mike Martin. He's played in the NFL for the Tennessee Titans. I used to train and manage him. He's from Michigan. I'm sure Jay Masters knows Mike Martin, Michigan star, and then he played for Tennessee Titans for 4 years. I worked with him, and he got cut by the Eagles last year of August 28th because his knee problem. But this guy's a beast, and he was doing his master's degree at Miami of Florida. That's where The Rock went to.
With respect to Jason, was there like a come to Jesus moment where you realized, holy shit, I made a mistake getting so closely involved with him? Was there one moment or one incident or one situation that made you decide you wanted to cut ties after just 2 weeks? Or was it just a
Yeah,
combination of things?
You know, like I never like to turn my back on anyone. I really don't. You know, it was just you get these trolls and all that. I could kind of ignore that, but you know, I seen that he had a disability, but I seen also that he's smarter than what he acts.
100%.
100%.
Oh, we know. Believe me. Well, you said a lot of shit and figured out a lot of shit that we've been saying for years, and that's why anybody that gets involved with him.
Am I stupid or do I know what I'm talking about?
When it comes to him, yes. But for you not to do your research before you got involved with them was kind of fucking
I
stupid.
honestly didn't know.
Yeah, but if you watch enough of his videos over the years, you could clearly see.
Did anybody?
I didn't. The only thing I used to know is I never knew Jay Masters, who I like. I watched his videos. I'll get back to that after. But I only knew the Misfits, and the only ones I used to watch. And it's not like day and night I would watch. Is Big Lenny, looks like a big, gentle, giant, great guy. And Jason,
who by the way is not pregnant with Jason's kid, and they're not having a kid named Jenny. Don't worry. Who's it to kick your ass?
No, I actually
not me.
enjoyed it.
And Leonard actually enjoyed that.
Lenny, I know you're a great guy. Your heart's bigger than you are, my friend.
Thanks.
I can see that. It was just a joke, you know. So
you don't have to say we break balls and we invite people to break our balls. Right. So you don't have to apologize for anything. It's fine.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Listen, Rob, like I told you when I was texting you, all I asked for is honesty, and you're giving it to us, so we're fine.
Rob, all I ask for you.
That's how I am, and I thank you so much because what I asked Andrew, I said, "What do you want me to say, not say?" And he said, "Just be honest."
Right. That's it.
Listen, because we did do our research on you,
right?
So we will know if you're bullshitting us.
Big Rob, I could be honest here for a second. I just want one thing from you.
Wait, Rob, hold on, listen.
Barb, to be honest with, this is Big Lenny. I just want one thing from you. With your connections, if I could possibly have you hook me up with Christina Broccolini, the actress from Montreal.
If you can make that happen, Rob, you will just climb to the top of the Ment totem pole for all of eternity.
You know, who's the girl that just, you know, but the girl that Jason kept calling me. He wanted me to introduce her, a girl from Star Wars.
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Never heard of her.
That's I believe that too. Jason
Yeah.
Jason thought he was going to have her for $3,000 an hour or some shit years ago.
He wanted to go on a double date with you and Christina Broccolini and film it.
It's more expensive, especially for Jason. She charges a lot more than that.
I have a question for you, Rob, and I'm not sure if I want to hear the answer to it, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Is this Big Lenny?
No, it's Andrew.
Okay, Andrew.
What did Jason say to you about us, if anything?
He said, I'll tell you exactly. He was talking about you could never get a clear answer. I never knew why, like, you know, what happened or what happened with him and Jay Masters, because Big Jay Masters seems to be upset at it.
I'll tell you what happened.
And I don't blame Jay now.
He got a toy lightsaber and he ordered 66 to him. That's what happened. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, he did. You know, like we said, you know, Jason could be bought for a few dollars.
You're right.
That's really dangerous. He's.
Yep.
I feel like Jason has no loyalty.
Loyalty for hire, like I always say.
Yep.
Isn't that he has no loyalty to anyone? You can't do that. I mean, okay, this $1,000, let's say you got this little lightsaber. How much money does it really cost? The $1,600.
Well, the $1,000 part is bullshit.
Yeah, the $1,000
that's
is
not-
bullshit.
yeah.
PJ would never give.
No.
He's not going to give him $1,000 for a fucking Order 66. That's bullshit. He got a lightsaber.
Got a lightsaber.
He just likes to tell people that, so it like brings up the value of an Order 66. You know.
Okay, so we can extort the next person for $2,000.
Right. So he can extort the next person for more.
And I'm sorry if I sound ignorant. What is it? What is this Order 66? I know they get these trolls and they start trolling your account. Is it like, how does Jason have this power to Order 66 to do damage? And thanks to Jay Masters and you guys, it doesn't sound like Jason's Order 66 because he's doing it every night to me, and we really laugh. It's really, really funny. It really is.
I guess I guess it depends on the sanity of the maniac. Some
people will take it way too far
Right.
and troll everything in your life, call your job.
Correct.
They really go too far with some of it.
What it really means is just go attack the person's social media and make their life hell.
Cyberbullying is what it is.
Right.
We were talking about it before you came on, how the fuck he hasn't been flagged or reported or had his account deleted for that shit. It boggles my mind. It really does.
Yeah. The other day I was told, they said, I'm not going to name no names, but I said that Jane was going to put a restraining order on me because I said, for what?
That's perfect.
Because I made 13 videos on him. Now, a restraining order, I think you have to come in within 120 feet. I'm in Michigan, he's in Florida.
Exactly.
I've never made any threats. I'm not even mad at the guy, but I just don't like, the way he does things as far as try to get things out of people. And I heard he was sending, people were sending money for shirts, and he wasn't sending them the shirts and all this stuff. And I don't go,
Rob, that's
that.
the exact reason why. What was it? 2 or 3 years ago, Brad and I created the T-shirt website on his behalf. We wanted to help him restore his reputation and clear his name because he was getting raked over the coals, rightfully so, after that incident happened where he and some other jerk created a website, took a bunch of orders, never shipped out shirts, but kept the money. And it was his partner, the other guy, who refunded everyone. And the story that was told is that Jason said, no, let's keep the money. My fans will want me to have it. I can't verify if that's true or not, but that's what we were told. Which
I believe that.
Brad and I,
that's the way he is.
Right. Brad and I were browbeated. I don't know if that's a real word. Beaten. Thank you.
Into helping him get out of his quicksand.
Yeah.
But also when he would do stupid shit, me and Andrew would hear we would get our, direct messages and everything on our social media get bombarded with shit about him. So, we tried to help him so we didn't have to hear shit also.
Right.
Is he a person that could be helped or like, someone that will listen or no way? He has just his own way of thinking no matter what.
Yeah, he's got an entitlement thing going on. He thinks for some reason his shit doesn't stink and everybody should fucking bow down to him and,
Yeah, like his mom's calling me to take down that video. Okay, I'll do it, no problem. As long as he takes down all the videos of you guys and all the negative stuff that he's done to people.
Exactly.
I'll take down all his videos. Said it right now. As long as he takes down all the videos, negative stuff, orders to you guys, to this guy, I'll
right. He's allowed to do that shit, but nobody else is, right? Yeah, it's bullshit.
Exactly. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Why did you? Rob, if I can ask, why did you post so many videos about Jason? It was basically, one a day for a bunch of days straight, and a lot of people.
Okay,
go ahead.
Let me tell you why, and then I dropped it because that's it. Out of respect for you guys, and I knew that Jay Masters has my back. I don't need to defend myself anymore. I'm getting all these guys making videos and comments and this and that, and that's why I was making these videos. I didn't want them to affect my reputation, so I wanted to expose him and let them know, which people probably knew a lot of this. So that's why I was making these videos. That's why I did that. I was defending myself because, I was getting a lot of people saying negative stuff about me.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with reading those comments. It was almost like the videos you were doing was almost like in response to a lot of the comments, which most of this shit is sarcasm, and these people are just trying to get at you. Like they call you a fucking pedophile. I don't know if I don't know if that's true or not. It's a terrible thing to say to somebody. if you actually don't have any proof to call somebody that is pretty.
It's like the worst thing you can call somebody.
I'm the last person that would harm anyone.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know how they come up with this.
And they also, I mean, I don't know if you suffer from any mental retardation yourself, but they say that shit too. You're a little slow.
They just say that, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, what do you say to that?
Just said that at first when I was defending Jason without knowing how bad Jason was, and so I know you guys have a great relationship with the J-Masters, right?
Of course, Jay is it. Jay, He says and does whatever he wants. Jay's great.
like that.
Jay goes rogue, and there's no
Yeah.
stopping him, especially after he's a few drinks.
Once he has a few drinks,
that's
in him,
it.
you don't know what the fuck's coming out of it. That's what's great about him. But you know what's fucked up is a lot of his shit gets flagged and deleted.
Yeah.
When other people can say whatever they want and nothing gets flagged or fucking deleted.
Like,
Oh my
amazing.
God, he is so funny. The one with yesterday, I couldn't stop laughing, man. The one where he said Jay Masters, Big Jay Masters here, and he has to drop something off, and he said someone pick him up from Jacksonville, Florida, he comes to and bring him a female.
So he can impress. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
Jay is slowly but surely mastering the art of trolling.
Yeah, he's getting better at trolling.
Yeah. He needs to be a little more subtle and a little less crass, and he's smart enough to do it. He just needs to do it.
He'd be fun to hang out with.
Oh, he's great,
Yeah.
except when he drinks too much, it's not fun because then it's like you're babysitting a fucking 350-pound man. It's not easy.
You know, I haven't had a drink. I was never much of a drinker. I haven't had a drink in 15, 16 years.
Sorry.
So if you have a drink I'm with him, I'll drive and I'll make sure to babysit him that he doesn't get in trouble or be.
You won't want to babysit him.
Rob, let me ask you a question. Looking back on this whole thing, what would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned from all this shit?
As far as like Jason,
Just the way you handled yourself on YouTube, following it. Not necessarily with Jason, but just how you handled the aftermath. What would you do differently? What's the biggest lesson you think you've learned from it, just from a social media standpoint? Because let me Rob, hold on. Let me sort of tell you why I'm saying that. Like after Jason made that video saying that we stole from him and we stole the domain and we're too vulgar for him, we never responded on YouTube. We talked about it briefly in a live stream, and then we talked about it on a podcast, and that was it. We know that anyone who really knows us knows we would never steal from him or anyone else. So we didn't really feel the need to defend ourselves and post multiple videos on YouTube about it.
I understand. But I know what exactly you're getting at.
So
I should have. I know exactly. I'm sorry, I should have been above it, not responded to him. Maybe make just one video.
Correct.
And my biggest regret was to say whatever I said about someone else, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
yes,
right?
Yes, we know.
Yeah,
What's that?
because that person has nothing to do, never did
Right.
nothing wrong to me, and it's really wrong to hurt someone's reputation or business in any way. You know how guilty I still feel about that, and I hope he forgives me. I don't know what kind of relationship.
Well, listen, in your defense, you're only repeating what Jason told you, and I believe he told you that. I mean,
100%.
because we've heard him say the same a lot of shit that you've said about him. He has said to us, and the shit that he did to you is the same shit he would do to us. So, you seem like an honest enough person. Now, the first video I saw of you was that superhero thing, so I thought you were a little fucking weird. I didn't know what to think. Honestly, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy
It
doing?
makes two of us.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm just playing a character, and did you like that? Did you like now that you know that I'm normal? What do you think of that?
I don't know if you're normal yet.
We don't. We got to meet you and spend time with you before we can make that assessment. But so far, you're on the right track.
We talked about it a little bit before you came on the podcast. We didn't know, what to expect to see if you would be honest with us. Because when you did start out, you weren't about, humanity and all this nice guy shit. You kind of, I heard you call out Mac Truck and these other people.
Yeah. Let me, about Mac Truck. I was really, you want me to tell you why? I called
Sure,
him?
go ahead.
Okay, I was upset that he was going on and playing this gangster, and he buys Vicodin and sells that on the street for $1, this and that. Then I started seeing a different person. He was trying to be a positive role model. He wasn't talking about being a gangster, and what really this is really what had me respect him and kind of feel guilty is he had the dyslexia, and I made a video putting a suicide hotline, and his mother found a suicide hotline or suicide note when he was 16 years old. So this guy had he's been through a lot, having dyslexia and like a learning disability. I respect someone for being where he's at. And another thing that I really respect, he said, this YouTube is to leave his kids with something like a good example of good things he's done. a lot of these YouTubers, I don't understand when they say like they're positive role models. I don't know what's positive. Like, you know, for example, Kelly Muscle is very. When I watch him, he's funny. He's funny. He's all cut up and ripped and all this stuff. But he's not doing anything for anyone. He's not trying to be a positive role model or doing anything positive for anyone. Just for himself, his pocket, and his face. That's all he's doing. That's how I see it.
Yeah, we don't like Chuck Basher. That's one guy we don't like.
Chuck Basher.
Yeah.
Chuck Basher. I mean, yeah, he's all about himself and money, and I don't see how he's being a role model to anyone. You know, and when he talks about prison, it's like, you know, kids here, they're going to say, wow, you know, if we go to prison, we're going to work out, get jacked, and this and that. So,
do you have to chew with your mouth open? Close your mouth and fucking chew.
So, Rob, sorry, Brad is admonishing Lenny for chewing with his mouth
like
open.
Like a fucking cow when he eats. You never were taught any fucking manners?
No,
close your mouth.
He's a big guy. He needs to eat, man.
Don't defend him.
Rob.
Don't defend him. He's a fucking pig.
You can chew however you want in my house, Lenny.
Just put
my son yells at me when I eat too. So.
Oh, you seem like a guy that would eat like a pig too.
Yeah, I do.
I just need oxygen when I eat.
I think I'm 90 pounds lighter than Big Lenny.
How old are you?
I'm 46.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
Older.
Holy shit! Do you know in May I'm going to be the same age as you in May.
And you have a full head of dark hair, don't you?
I sure do.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Now you must not be married.
No. Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
The gray hair is from my job.
What is that, buddy?
The gray hair is from my job. Having a full head of hair is from being smart enough to never get married.
Yep. So, but you know, the thing with Jason is, he still says, you know, Lenny's his friend. He likes Lenny. I mean, but I'll tell you sometime when you guys, the first money he asked me what he needs it for. The first time he ever spoke to me. I don't want to say it now.
I think I know the answer to that.
Do you think you know Lenny?
What's that?
What Jason needed money for?
Yeah. You don't. I'm not gonna say it.
I know the answer. You don't even have to say it.
Lenny probably knows the answer. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Skittles.
Yeah, of course. He probably asked you to send him some too, because actually what's funny is he talks about, you know, people getting him roids. The guy that used to get him roids fucking died last year, and then that was it for him.
That was Dave.
Oh,
the guy died. Okay.
Yes, that's the guy Dave that died, and Dave would actually have Jason go to his house so he could administer it to Jason, because he knew if he gave him a whole bottle that Jason would fucking inject the whole thing in a week. So he made sure, right, he made sure he did it properly.
Wow.
And after that guy died...
I just did it. But you know what? I'll tell you what, guys. I mean, not to talk about Jason. He doesn't seem like he trains hard. He has no motivation.
No, he doesn't give a shit about training or bodybuilding. He just does shit for views. He doesn't know... Most of the equipment in the gym, he doesn't even know how to fucking use. He's full of shit. He's a fucking scam artist.
He used to. Rob, he used to. I talked about this on one of the, I think it was last week's podcast or the week before, but I'll get asked, why would you follow Jason around the gym filming him do these workout videos? Because it was fun. He was passionate. He was enthusiastic. He loved to lift weights. It was all genuine. He had such a passion for the sport of bodybuilding and weightlifting, and it was genuinely fun to be in his presence in the gym filming him, because it was great. Just watch the old videos from between like 2010 and 2013. Right.
It's delusional.
We had a blast. We really did.
You know, let me tell you, one of my YouTube friends, and I'm not going to name no names, they were dying for me to do a video with them. Do you know how funny I would have made it? Me and him were training together.
If it was if it was 5 years ago with the old Jason, it would have been dynamic. But now it just, you know...
He's too much into himself. He doesn't. It's not. It's no good anymore. It's not. There's nothing entertaining.
Like I said, it's just nothing more than a shtick at this point. That's it.
He's a parody of himself.
Yeah, it's funny, but it would have been. I would have loved to do that. Not to make fun of him, and I wouldn't have made fun of him. But I'm a joker. I'll make fun of myself. It would have been so funny to just to work out with him, to do a video, but. It's not going to happen because out of respect for you guys, I wouldn't do it. I I feel that you're on my side. I really do, and I'm also on your side because I appreciate you guys and Big J Masters. I mean, defending me, checking on, making sure no one's bothering my accounts. You know how much that means to me.
Well, it's not even about taking sides. It's just what the truth. What it is what it is. We know. Listen. Like I said, all the shit you said about him in your exposing Jason video, we've seen all that shit firsthand for ourselves. So we knew you weren't lying because we've heard all the same shit from him.
You're not upset in any way what I said.
Fuck no. Why would we be? If you're,
why would we be upset?
Listen, no. Hey,
why should we let him keep doing what he's doing?
look, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it anyway. It doesn't matter whether we let him or not.
He's not my kid. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It doesn't affect me at the end of the day. It affects anyone who falls for it and sticks their hand in their pocket and hands money over to him.
Right. That's all he gives a shit about is handouts.
All you have
money.
to do is say no, and he'll go away.
That's it.
When the well runs dry, he's gonna go. It's like a stray cat. If you feed a stray cat, the cat's gonna show up at your doorstep the next night. And next thing you know, you have a stray cat living outside your house that you have to keep feeding. If you never fed the cat in the first place, it's not gonna come. And if you stop feeding the cat's eventually going to go away.
Or like this old Hebe that I'm sitting next to feeds these fucking African geese outside of his house that shit everywhere.
It's called an Egyptian goose.
An Egyptian goose. Andrew feeds these fucking geese outside of his house and they shit everywhere.
That's why you got to take your shoes off when you come in my house, boys.
So there you go. They'll never go away.
I know.
It's the same thing.
You know what?
Some of the neighbors don't like it. They can go fuck themselves.
More than Jason did. He never had any interest in who I am or what I do.
Of course not.
He doesn't give a fuck about
He
it.
doesn't give a shit about anybody himself.
That's right.
That's one thing I know about him.
All he cares about is Jason. Jason, what could I get? Jason.
I've never met anybody remotely close to him in that regard in my entire life.
No.
Unbelievable. And is he...
You're lucky you found out pretty
You could
fucking
be laying on the ground bleeding, and if somebody wants to talk to him, he will ignore you, and you'll bleed to death.
Yeah.
I always used to joke that if. Go ahead, Rob.
I've never seen a car accident that I didn't stop, okay, and help them out. I never seen a homeless person that I didn't stop and help them out.
Well, shame on you. Fuck the homeless.
I can't turn my back on them.
Yeah, well.
Hey, that leads me to another question, Rob, that I wanted to ask you. And I'm kind of piggybacking here on a lot of the comments I'll see on some of your YouTube videos. Why do you go around? What is with going around filming these homeless people? What is that about?
Okay.
And putting them on YouTube.
That's about setting a good example. It really is. But let me tell you what I like to do. Is before, I never told anyone, you've never heard of me say anything where my parents are from or whatever it is. I like people to get to know me as a person first before they know that my background is my parents are from the Middle East, because they have such a bad reputation in this country, the Middle Eastern, and all over the world, and I could see why. There's problems all over, and whatever it is. So I like to always set a good example. I really do, and so I've been doing this off camera for 25 years. When I used to work in downtown Detroit, I would pack lunches, like 5 brown bag lunches, and give it to homeless people. Now I do it on camera. Now people get the wrong impression. They say, like you're asking me, you're probably thinking, like, if this guy wants to do something good, just do it without showing. Don't you think it's better is it good to give, show, you need to stop and help and all that? If people start respecting me and I get enough subscribers, viewers, and all that, they're going to follow my lead. They're going to say, this guy's doing positive stuff. Why don't we do that? What do you guys think? I mean, I want your.
I'm not a fan of a lot of the homeless, because a lot of the homeless down here are fucking full of shit. To be honest with you,
I know that.
There's a lot of able-bodied adults that are standing on the fucking corner begging for shit when they could be getting a job, but they're too picky. They don't want to do certain jobs. I don't. For me,
Rob,
that's not in my wheelhouse. Go ahead.
How is the Detroit black transsexual street hooker scene? I heard it's pretty good.
There we go.
Why don't you?
You've never been here?
No. My father was going to sign with them, but he didn't pass the physical. And
Okay. And it's Detroit. We have a nice downtown Detroit. Dan Gilbert here. He's the guy that owns Quicken Loans and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That wasn't the question, Rob. He wants to know about the tranny scene.
the black tranny streetwalker Detroit scene.
I know about them. I'll look into it and let you guys know.
Why don't you make instead of showing the homeless, show like the hottest, drive by in your car and take videos of them, the hottest black tranny scene.
You'll definitely have one view, and that'll be Leonard.
No, you'll have some views, believe me. I heard it's one of the best.
I'll do that. You guys just let me know. But
Yes,
We're
that'd be a hit.
letting you know now.
That'd be a big hit.
Make a downtown Detroit tranny recon video.
I actually wanted to thank you for getting Jason off our back. We were considering cutting him loose from the t-shirts anyway, and then when you came along, it was like perfect.
Well,
it all fell in line because
The thing about Jason's t-shirts is when we first started the Jason Genova clothing line website, his shirts sold a lot. Jason made some good coin. We were giving Jason. Why were they? Because they were cool designs. People had been craving a legitimate Jason Genova t-shirt website for a while. Nate did a few, but didn't sell that many. So we sort of picked it up from there. And after a while, they just stopped selling. But you can't really explain that concept to Jason. You saturate the market, and all of Jason's fans aren't going to buy 3 shirts, 4 shirts, 5 shirts. After they have a couple of shirts, they're just going to stop buying them at some point. So, after a while, the sales waned, and that was it. And
we got stuck with a lot of inventory that didn't sell that we would just give to him and say, hey, go sell them yourself on the street. You could keep all the money you make.
Sell them for cash. Keep every cent of it.
We gave him a backpack, filled them with shirts. Say, go on the Ave and sell your shirts. He goes out and wanders around hoping people will notice him all the time.
He goes to that Kava Sutra place. He's got a lot of fans in there. He sold shirts in there for cash. So he made plenty of money. They stopped selling on the website. So we started with the Lenny shirts, and everybody seems to love those, and then the J shirts. And then you kind of came along and said, and according to Jason, you were going to help him start up a brand new apparel website
with hoodies, with leggings,
and
all this shit.
I was going to do the hoodies, but I don't think anyone would buy them. Anyone would be very interested in Jason Genova shirts or anything right now. I think his reputation is just too bad.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. And a good thing you found out before you got in too deep.
Unless you made a shirt that says like Iron Extortionist or something. Maybe that would sell. Who knows?
I made him a hoodie. The hoodie and it says Jason Genova, Big Rap Fitness and all that. What the hell should I do with that now? Just like, should I burn it?
No.
I don't want him wearing any of my stuff.
Use it to clean your floors or dry your car.
You know what? I'll send it to Big J Masters and let him do what he wants with it.
He'll wipe his ass with them.
Yeah, that'll be his toilet paper.
It's funny. Yeah, so...
Oh, well. Hey, now he's got some other guy that he's going to try to extort. Some fat Filipino kid out in L.A. that has no idea what he's getting himself into either.
I see that. That's like he's doing it to upset us, like we care.
It's like
I pray that he makes billions of dollars and becomes the most famous person. It doesn't affect me in any way. I do not wish bad for him, but I want nothing to do with
You know what I want Jason to do? I want Jason to fucking do what I've been telling him to do for years. Get in the gym, diet properly, get shredded, go on a stage, and kick ass at a bodybuilding show. He'll own YouTube, he'll own the internet, but he just won't do it.
He won't. He can't.
I've been telling him to do that for so long, and every quote-unquote hater, every critic, anyone who's ever talked shit about him, he can shut them all up. But no.
But guys,
I wish he would do it.
It doesn't seem like he puts on much muscle, and I know he went in at 11% body fat. And for the doses, what he was telling me he was doing, which I told him it's dangerous.
But you don't know what he's telling you is true.
Yeah, what he's telling you is bullshit.
He'll tell you one thing, he'll tell me something else, and he'll tell Brad something else. I mean,
you can't.
It's unfortunate, but
he would say he made $150,000 off YouTube in the last 5 years. And once he told me $350,000. Then he says he doesn't have money. His mom gets some,
exactly.
I think $75 a week. Is that true?
Yep. See,
I don't know.
No, it's fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, he's not broke. They do well. I know they do well. I think his mom said she lives in a gated area and all that. His houses, his condo's paid for.
Believe me, he's
doing well.
He'll have $100. He'll have $100 in his pocket and then ask you for a fucking dollar because he just doesn't want to spend. He just wants to see what he can get out of people. That's what he does.
Oh, really? Well, you a dollar? How about this? He told me he was doing gaming one night, and I thought this was so funny. He goes, you could watch and you could send me $5, $2 or $3.50. He goes, you could even send a penny if you want. And that's the honest to God truth.
A penny?
Oh my
Only if I want
fucking
to
God.
send him a freaking penny. I mean, come on, at least ask for $1, not a penny.
Well, see how long that lasted.
Exactly.
Because everybody's onto his shit. Everybody knows. He's exploited himself, to tell you the truth. We didn't have to do anything. I mean, he does it to himself.
He does it to himself.
You know, if you took a person who's that manipulative and conniving and willing to lie and throw people under the bus and gave that manipulative person a high IQ and a high intelligence level, they can probably, it'd be like the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, you know, where they can just get God knows how much money out of people. But
He could be the best attorney in the world.
right, but take someone who's got the manipulative, conniving, lying traits and combine it with
A mental midget.
you're going to get someone who just exposes himself rather than, you know, ends up with lots of shekels.
Exactly. Yeah. In the end, he's left with no friends. And I'm sure you guys would have took care of him and looked out for him.
But he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. It's on to the next person.
Right.
He doesn't give a shit.
The conveyor belt just doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop. It's like a revolving door. It just doesn't stop. That's it. You can move on from one person to the next like blink of an eye, no sweat.
And he only will apologize to PJ because PJ will give him money for no fucking
Correct.
reason.
Which I really hope he stops doing.
Which I have no idea why he does it. I don't give a shit about a soft spot for him or not, or if he's handicapped, whatever. He's full of shit. He's a person that should not have any social media. He should not have a fucking... The most he should have is a flip phone. He should not live by himself. He should actually be... He should be fucking institutionalized. And even though we can't stand Mark Pantyliner, he was correct years ago when he said Jason is a fucking psycho, because a man is a psycho.
No, he can't live alone, and I was always concerned, you know, I really was. That's why I said I have home. And I'm still concerned about him. I mean, I'm still...
Don't be.
I'm still human, and
Please.
I want nothing to do with him, but I want him to, you know, I hope he gets the proper help, because he's going in the wrong direction. I mean, especially in addition to the
You know, I'll tell you a story, Rob. I'm hesitant to bring this guy up, but who really gives a shit? We're having a candid conversation here as adults. A couple of summers ago.
Big Lenny?
What? It's Andrew.
Andrew, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, it's the first time anybody thought we talked alike, Rob.
Yeah.
No, now I know it's Big Lenny. Oh.
That's Lenny. A couple of summers ago, we had this little feud or whatever with Johnny Fitness. I don't know if you're familiar with that name, but he kind of crawled out from underneath a rock and interjected himself into the whole Ment Genova-verse summer of 2016. And Brad and I always felt that if we can just kind of get with Johnny alone and the three of us can just go out, shoot the shit at a bar over some beers, we probably would have gotten along, found common ground, and seen eye to eye, and everything would have been great. But that was a situation where this is the formula. Lie to person A about person B, lie to person B about person A, create beef, tension, and hatred and animosity between person B and person A so they don't like each other, while you sit back and get sympathy from both people. And that was the formula that was used by Jason when Johnny Fitness was around in the summer of 2016. He was running to us crying about Johnny does this and Johnny does that and he's so mean and he's abusive, and then he ran to Johnny saying, well, Brad and Andrew bully me, and so he turned us against Johnny, he turned Johnny against us, but benefited from both of us in the process. It's a very fucked up manipulative thing to do, but that's what he did. And we ended up having beef with Johnny Fitness when in reality the person we really should have had beef was Jason.
Right.
Because he's the one who created that whole bad scenario between us.
But see, Johnny was stupid enough to fall for Jason's shit too.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, a lot of my YouTube is on bullying and all that, and I was working with some principals and on some bullying. Now, Jason, you know, I thought he was being bullied. He's a bully.
100%. But he plays the victim.
He plays the victim.
He's a bully until the person he's bullying turns the tides on him, and then it's out comes the victim card.
Right.
And then he's always saying he has disabilities and all that. It doesn't give him a right to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are autistic or have, you know, whatever his issues are, but they don't act like that. These people have regular jobs and have friends, do normal things, not live the way he is.
Well, you hit it. You hit it on the. He's smarter than people think, than they know. He's
yeah, he is.
He's not. He knows he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. You know, he can't fool us. That's why he kind of distanced himself from us now because he knows we've always called him out on his bullshit. You know.
Right.
Even though a lot of the time we just whatever. And now he claims, if it wasn't for him, there would be no Delray Misfits, which he's 100% wrong. Because if it wasn't for Andrew, there would be no fucking Jason. And if we were not entertaining at all, there wouldn't be any Delray Misfits at all, even if he was involved or not. That's fucking horrible. I hate when people say that. And even if it was because of him that we got popular, what does that mean? What do we owe him something? Does that mean we have to, do whatever he says? I don't understand. Or we have to protect him and stick up for him and all the bullshit that he does? I don't fucking think so.
I think I did more for Jason propelling and kickstarting his YouTube career than I think he did for us. No.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's a taker, not a giver.
Right. The people that have followed us from day one know the truth.
It's a two-way street. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Even still. I mean, so what? Andrew started Delray Misfits without Jason at first, and then he was involved, and we were involved with his shit before the Delray Misfits started. So whatever.
Well, I was basically filming Delray Misfit style videos before the Delray Misfits channel. It's just that they were being uploaded to his channel. It was Richard, Saul,
you were editing and doing all that shit.
Curtis, Damien, all those guys. I was filming them, editing them, uploading them, just like I'm doing now. It just so happened that it was being done on Jason's channel. And then Jason and I had that little falling out, the Chad camera incident, and I received tons of messages. Andrew, do your own thing, start up your own channel. And people don't realize this, but when I branched off from Jason in 2013 and started the Delray Misfits channel, it was actually going to be called The Big Richard Show. It was supposed to be a YouTube channel dedicated to and all about Big Richard. And that was, I think, the first 2 episodes of the Delray Misfits primarily were about Big Richard. And then everybody just sort of started appearing and it became what it was.
Yeah, Lenny didn't appear until what episode?
49.
40-fucking-9.
But Lenny was in Jason's older videos, right. A few of them.
So, I mean, it all goes... one hand washes the other.
Right. It's all intertwined.
And not only that, when we first started, we were getting how many thousand views?
What, my channel?
A couple thousand?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and now how many? And so how is that because of Jason? Because if we didn't do entertaining stuff or people didn't like us, they just wouldn't fucking watch. It's not because of Jason. And the views on Jason's channel, the most views Jason's gotten on his channel are when we're in the fucking videos. So he can fuck off too. He thinks it's all him. Enough of that shit.
Well,
as far as the Misfits, so basically the Misfits, Delray Misfits, are a fitness comedy, right? Entertaining.
Say that again?
Basically, if I ask you who the Delray Misfits are exactly, what do they do? They're basically, you guys are into fitness, right? Entertaining and comedy. Is that correct? And just a group of friends.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're honest. We do what we do, even with the camera rolling or not rolling. We're the same people.
It used to center around fitness. It centered around fitness when we had World Gym at our disposal. But when World Gym closed, when World Gym was open, we barely ever did any videos outside the gym. Everything we did was inside the gym. And when World Gym closed, and then when we got booted out of Palm Beach Gym, we had to come up with more creative ways to keep people entertained and do videos. We could film in LA Fitness, but we get lots of funny looks. It's not the same as being in World Gym. We'll be doing some stuff at Busybody once Andrew Calora comes to
Jay
town.
Masters provides some good ments, obviously, with his strength at the LA Fitness.
I think that's where Jason works at Busybody, right?
Yeah, that's where he goes now.
You see, he avoids us, too. He knows where we are when we work out, and he makes sure he's not there because he knows he's fucking wrong.
And by the way, if he wants to fancy himself as the star of the show and he's the one who started all this, why don't you take a look at how many views he gets per video these days? About 2,000. with 42,000 subscribers. So let numbers don't lie.
subscribers. You guys think he's gonna survive on YouTube?
Well, what do you define survive? What do you mean?
He doesn't make any money. Even with that many, you don't make any YouTube, there's not much money to be made unless you got millions of fucking subscribers, really. Or millions of views.
His channel's not going anywhere.
You know how much you make off a few thousand views a month? It's not that much, It really isn't.
Now, you guys ever have a booth at Exposure? I'm thinking of just going. I've never been to the Arnold Classic. I was just going to go there for fun and, maybe with some friends and see how it is. Because it's only a 3-hour drive from where I live.
Yeah, let us know how it is. We're thinking about going next year.
We might go to one of those next year. But, they say that the Arnold is the one to go to. They say the Arnold is the most entertaining. Like, they have a lot of other shit going on.
Many events. Bigger than the Olympics, actually.
Yeah.
Olympics or Olympia?
They say
The Olympics. It's bigger sporting event than the Olympics with all the events. Yes.
Do they let you guys one day? Are you allowed to film? You don't have a booth?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you could film. I don't know why you wouldn't be.
That would be good, I think, for anyone's channel. It might be good. I really, I want to grow mine where I get enough respect and be able to do, positive things, only positive things on it. Not go back and forth with anyone. So, I want to really grow, and I enjoy doing it.
You're gonna get plenty of negativity though. Now that you're swimming in the piss a little bit, you're gonna always, from now on, as long as you're on YouTube, you're gonna have fucked up comments from Jason's. You just have to ignore it.
Yeah.
That's the only way. You can't address all these fucking trolls.
So eventually leave me alone.
They're never gonna leave you alone.
I doubt that.
That's where people make the mistake of getting involved with Jason without doing their research.
It's herpes. It's digital herpes.
Yep.
It never goes away.
Never
goes away. But, of course, this is social media. You're always going to get, negative and all that.
That's why.
As long as I could grow it and do positive things, it's fine. I could take,
That's why I've always said to people who want to interject themselves into this shit show and the stuff that we do or the stuff Jason does, tread lightly, because you want to get into this, because sometimes there's just no getting out. Diana Maybrook.
And no matter how good of a person you are or what you do, you're still gonna catch shit. They're gonna call you, like you got the pedophile, the fucking, diddling retarded kids and shit like that.
Isn't it unbelievable?
They're fucking animals. Hey, they'll say the most ruthless, fucked up shit. Yeah, I mean, you can't win with these fucking people. That's why me and Andrew were talking the other day, and he even said, you can't read the comments anymore. First of all, there's too many of them. Second of all, you'll see like 80% of them are good. The 20% are bad. You'll harp on the bad ones and get pissed off and make you not want to do this shit anymore. You just gotta fucking cut all that shit.
When they say sick stuff about like Robbie and my friend Robbie, otherwise it doesn't bother me. What they say about me, what people say and think about me, really it's not my business as long as I'm doing the right thing. But when they say sick stuff, Robbie's mother has stage 4 terminal cancer. I've known this kid since he's been a baby. He's truly my best friend. I love the boy. I promise his mom, no matter what, I'll take care of him.
How old is he?
Robbie's 19, 20.
And
I know he doesn't look. He's 19, 20 years old.
19, 20. You've known him since a baby. You don't know his fucking real age? I mean, 19, 20.
That's a Jason answer.
That's a total Jason answer right there. You should know his date of birth and everything. Now, what does he suffer? Does he have Down syndrome?
He's a really likable kid, and the people that's so out of line when they say things about him or sick stuff or about his mother. I mean, what kind of people are these?
They're animal. That is fucked up, especially for somebody like him that can't help his disability. Like, me and Leonard both have family members that are,
you just
special needs.
Rob,
we don't. That shit is.
Anytime you read a comment like that, just say the following words to yourself: nameless, faceless troll. Troll, excuse me. That's it. Nameless and faceless. That's it.
All right, I just delete it. That way, they want to get to you. They want you to answer them, and I don't.
Exactly.
I don't do that. So, I learned not to do that. It's a waste of time. It's not going to get you anywhere.
If you're going to post stuff on YouTube, you can't allow yourself to sit there all day scouring through comments trying to delete things. Just upload it and walk away, and that's it.
Now, this will give them something new, saying that my parents are from the Middle East, Lebanon. Now they have something new that they're fucking me with.
Yeah, you're a raghead.
I don't consider most Lebanese ragheads.
Don't worry, I'll
I'm
do
kidding.
a video with one of those if you guys want me to dress as a desert Arab. I don't mind making fun of myself. It's okay.
Well, that's good. Like, at least that's good that you're willing to put that out there. But I mean, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Oh yeah,
Gives a shit.
Like the Italian dressed guy acting like an old-fashioned Arab guy. I don't know if you've seen that. And Donnie Bravo loved that one.
Yeah,
He's on that named Yusuf.
you give off an old retired mafioso boss vibe, Rob.
Yeah, you mean that one?
Yeah.
With a little idiot savant twist.
What do you think?
You're an autistic you're
autistic.
an
mob boss.
autistic mob boss.
Hey,
Who wants to go back to the whole country and marry an 18-year-old bird?
I do.
Yeah.
now Leonard perked up
here
when
we
she
go.
said that.
I like those Lebanese women. I tell you what. You ever hear of Julie Tabouli? She does a cooking show.
Julie Tabouli, yep.
Oh, she's a doll.
Do you speak Arabic?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Huh.
Yeah. You guys like Middle Eastern food?
Love it.
How would I say happy birthday, Christina Broccolini in Arabic?
You wouldn't be able to say. But I'll teach you one simple Arabic word. It's water. All my, M-Y. So
M-
if you go to an Arabic restaurant, someone say, "Can I have my?" Just my. Mine is water.
Yeah, they'll probably put poison in it.
Lenny, with that beard, you can pass as an Arab.
You know what? I think Lenny could pass for being Middle Eastern.
Yeah, when he's got the tan going and the
I may
beard.
need to use it one day.
The beard too. We gotta get him, one of those outfits, like the desert Arab.
I should wear one, yeah. Nice and comfortable, naked underneath.
You're an oil king.
There you go. And get a pair of those sunglasses like they wear.
You guys are a good group of guys. I'm glad I talked to you and
No, Rob, this has been very enlightening.
Hey, Rob,
You,
it's hard to actually say anything unkind to you, really. I can't say
Yeah,
that.
before we got you on, we were kind of hesitant. We didn't know what to expect.
But some of these young cookie-cutter punks, I have no problem ripping into them verbally because they need it.
you guys said anything unkind. You said.
Say again?
Did you say if you guys said anything unkind?
What's that?
Did you say you apologize if you said anything unkind?
Yeah, before we had you on, we were kind of we were a little skeptical about your intentions.
Well, here's why, Rob, because we had seen the video earlier in the day where you were joking about Lenny being pregnant with Jason's kid, and then 2 hours before you come on the podcast, the video mysteriously is taken off YouTube. So that was a little bit suspicious behavior, so it kind of made us question you.
There's this guy that's around 400 pounds who made a video on me, called me fat. You made a video on Big Lenny and Jason Genova having a big, and the guy's laughing. He found it funny. I mean, if someone, so I said, you know what? Maybe I should put it on private, not to upset him. But now I know that.
No, make it public. Make it public.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it public.
So that's why we had questions whether or not you had known about Jason before you got involved with him, since you had already made that video back in October.
Never. I knew Jason. I probably only known him for 3-4 weeks, maybe. I could look back at my last video and see the first thing he got on and said I'm his manager, and he called out Kelly Muscle for bullying him. And I was wondering, why did he do that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you knew about him back in October when he impregnated Leonard. That's what I'm saying. So you knew a little bit about him.
Yeah, you were aware. You
were
were
aware.
I was aware.
That's right. You can admit it.
All right. Yeah, just admit it,
Just
man.
admit it.
Listen, we're all being honest here. It's nothing to, we find out everything anyway. We have moles everywhere. People alert us of every fucking thing that goes on.
We have eyes and ears all over the Ment-verse. Brad and I get messages every day, all day from people, so we're always aware.
As far as you guys are at like 56,000 subscribers. Do you want it to grow, and do you see it growing?
I don't really give it much thought. We just upload, and if we were really that hell-bent on trying to get more subscribers, we would upload more content. We would do at least 1 or 2 videos a week, but that's never been our style. If we have something minty and entertaining to upload, we do it. Otherwise, we don't. Now, we do have something very big coming up. Andrew Calora is coming into town on March 9th, and we have a lot of big stuff planned.
Christina Broccolini's birthday, by the way.
Who is he? Who's Andrew?
Go to look up Andrew Calora, Big Lenny powerlifting meet. Just search that on YouTube.
650 bench.
He's one of the original Delray Misfits from
Big Lenny and Andrew, 650 bench.
Yeah, from the late 90s, who moved to South Carolina in 2007 or 8?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago, yeah.
And he would, if he was still living down here, he unquestionably would have been a part of what we do on the YouTube channel, but he's not. But he's going to make his first appearance in a couple of weeks, and we've been talking about him for years on the YouTube channel, and now everyone's finally going to get to meet him and see what he's all about. Good guy.
Yeah, so
I would love
stay
you guys
tuned.
sometime to come to Detroit and spend some time here, work out. I would love that. I would love that. I'd love to meet you guys in person. I really would.
Well, that's one place we were talking about before the pod, before we
Yeah.
called you. That's one place we don't give a shit
Yeah.
if we ever go.
Tell you what,
No offense.
Rob, why don't you come?
You should come. You should come here.
Why don't you come down here?
Right now it's fucking. Right now it's fucking sunny, 80 degrees and dry. It's perfect, and you're probably
Oh, my
shoveling
God.
snow.
Here it gets cold, snowy.
No thanks.
I grew up in New York City. I'm familiar with
I know
it.
the girls
No
a lot
thanks.
better looking there, but I'm married. As you guys see, I have a pretty wife. She's soon to be going to be a registered dietitian. So that's something I could throw on my channel eventually. She's almost done with her internship as a dietitian. She's 10 years younger than me or more. So
Nice.
Good for you.
Good for you is right.
Thank God I have
Is she also Middle Eastern, Rob?
2 boys, 2 great boys. God bless me with.
Is she also Miss Middle
That's why I try
Eastern?
to do this
Rob,
at a good example.
Is she also
Yes,
Middle Eastern?
Rob, is your wife Middle Eastern?
Yes, she is. I met her there by an accident.
Define an accident.
Yes. Define an accident?
Yes.
Going to see a friend, and she happened to walk in and turned out to be the love of my life, and it gave me 2 wonderful children, a great housewife, and what else could I say? And she's very innocent. She was very innocent when I met her.
Ooh.
Until you brought her to America, right?
You're a bad boy, Rob. You corrupted her. That's a Freudian slip.
So yeah, but things are good, thank God. And but Florida, I usually go there once a year. We usually go to Orlando, Miami, Tampa. So I like to come see you guys sometime.
Well, we're about 40 miles north of Miami, so if you're
Okay. I made a mistake when I was talking to Jason. I was going to come down, and I'd be getting calls 5 a.m. Are you coming down today? Are you coming down today?
Are you fucking serious?
he wanted a free lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever he could fucking extort from you.
Instant gratification. Gotta have it.
Oh my God! There's only one Jason in this world, man. I've never met anyone like him. And I do not dislike him. I like him. It's funny, but you just have to be careful.
There's nothing funny about getting phone calls in all hours of the night. That's psychotic. That's not
I'm
funny.
Patient, sometimes I think with my heart too much, and it's fine. I can sleep a little later. I'll go train later and all that. But it was 5 a.m. and they called me about some time I had we're going to go to, and he's going to be the biggest star. To buy him. 5 a.m. I don't need that.
Nah, he just he has no he.
We got a lot of. It was really. I'm not making fun of it, but it was funny. It is funny. Even my kids watch his videos. They are entertaining. Now I know why he has 42,000 subscribers.
Yeah, probably most of them are fucking the age of 7 or 8 years old and actually find his shit
It
amusing.
don't make sense. He did one with Darth Vader in the end, and he didn't know what man to say. And he goes, Order 66, big rap fitness.
So dumb.
Oh my God. It's so funny. I told Jay Masters, I have so much love and respect for him. I check his Instagram. He's like, well, I checked on Big Rob's account, and it seems like no one's listening to Jason.
Yeah. Well, Jay's taken over that power. He's the new emperor.
Yeah, Jay's awesome, man. And So, Jay, I apologize if I was ever out of line, and it's a lot of acting.
Don't worry about it, because everybody's out of line once in a while.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
Jay's always out of line. That's what
Exactly.
I love about him.
Yeah, that's what we like about him too. He's honest. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he is. He's direct and honest. I respect that. And I could tell if he's someone's friend, he is someone's friend. That's the kind of person you want.
Yeah, he's good people.
Yeah, so good. If you guys ever need anything, if you ever need me to do a video, anything special,
I need an Uber tomorrow.
Yeah,
can you handle that?
Can
for
you
me?
get us an Uber account?
Uber?
Let me send you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called me for an Uber. He called me screaming. I was working out. His car broke down, and then I told, okay, listen, just relax.
Lie.
Let me talk to someone in the gym. Let me tell them to help you out, and I'll take care of them. He's like, no, screaming, all this stuff. And so I knew he was BSing. I don't know what he was trying to get out of me, but his car wasn't broke or whatever he needed. I don't know how he wanted me to send him money. So,
Yeah, you can ask Johnny Bravo about that. Johnny Bravo's heard all the same shit too. He's probably Johnny's probably given him close to what PJ's given him over the years. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Johnny Bravo feels sorry for him.
I don't know
No,
why. After a while, you won't.
They want to stay in his good graces. It's what it is.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, it's scary. It's like, if you don't do what he wants, he'll order 66 you. It's like extortion.
Exactly. That's why he's called the Iron Extortionist.
Like that. It is. I never even heard that, but it's extortion.
What was the name of that guy? Chris Jones,
funny.
who gave him money?
Yeah, there's some YouTuber, Chris Jones, sent him like $300 or something.
Yeah, he lives in
Louis
Texas.
Marco sent him money, I think. It's the fucking bullshit.
Oh,
For
my
what?
God.
For what?
Is there any way you guys would get them back with you guys?
If it's up to me, no.
I'm with Brad.
No.
No?
Brad and I.
We've dealt with him longer than we fucking should have, to be honest with you.
If let's say me and Johnny were able to talk sense into him or whatever, or I was to have some involvement, which I don't give a damn. I would only do it for you guys.
We have no use for Jason.
Then okay, good. Then
So why? So in 3 months from now, he can make another video and post it on YouTube saying how we stole from him. That's the thing. Everything will be fine, and then the next thing you know, he's finding a way to burn you, or you find out that he's talking shit about you. It's not worth it.
It'll never end. He can't help his behavior.
And that's what.
If he does any of that shit, you guys have I have your back, and I will expose him. He better not hurt you guys or your reputation or anything in any way. I'll tell you that.
He can't. It doesn't matter to us like it matters to him. We all have careers.
Right.
Like this, we don't. This isn't our livelihood. We all have careers. We make money. This is for fun. So regardless, if this shit all went away tomorrow, we wouldn't give a fuck. It wouldn't change our life at all. Except we would.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. It is entertainment. We do have fun. We would still hang out with each other whether we had a fucking YouTube channel or not, because we do. There's so many times that we've been together that we haven't filmed that we probably could have, but it's just whatever we feel like doing. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter either way, so nothing he can do is going to matter.
Do you still have the clothing line?
What?
The what?
The clothing. Do you still have a clothing
Yes.
line?
Yes. We
Yeah.
sell those shirts, but again,
How's that going?
it's going well. We don't push it that much, though. I mean, we could probably do a lot more. We just, like I said, we both have careers, and we don't have a lot of extra time to be doing that shit. We do it mainly. We wanted to get Lenny, because Lenny lives in a little bit of squalor, and he doesn't make quite as much as he should. So we've done it mainly for him.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I have a lot of respect for that. Taking care of your friends.
Yeah, I mean, we don't get me wrong. We make a few dollars here and there too, but it mainly goes to Lenny. Again.
I think, guys, if I get enough supportive subscribers, what would really go well is the hoodie. Because people call me, I had a group I was with before, Team Hoodie. It's the Big Rob Fitness, Motivation, Inspiration, Humanity. It's Team Hoodie. These hoodies would do really well. So if you guys ever come up with anything where you think, you let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, we do what we can. We do a little bit at a time what we can handle, and that's that, And whatever that we pretty much let the people design our shirts for us when it comes down to it. We put it out there, see what people would buy, and then we'll make it,
Good.
Plus, I have the guys that make.
I've texted you a few times. Jason gave me your number. Was that your number?
Who?
Big Lenny. I've texted him before.
Lenny went to take a shit. He's not in here right now, but he has a flip phone. He doesn't know how to text or receive text. He just receives phone calls.
Lenny's not.
So it probably was his phone.
Lenny's not allowed to take shits in my
I
house.
I don't know if you have what kind of relationship you have with the other guy that I said things I shouldn't have. I opened my big mouth. Could you please, any way I could make it up to him, could you let him know?
Sure.
Okay, any way I could, whatever it is I have to do.
Honestly, I if I were you, just let that go. You slipped up.
Okay.
Just learn from it. And
yeah, but you know what? It's you're only repeating what you were told.
I repeat it, but sometimes you should. But you told me that before. But I feel bad, and I don't think it's going to affect him.
Everybody knows that he wouldn't give Jason that shit. Jason just makes shit up, so other people will give him shit too. Because they think, oh well, if he gives it to him, then I can give it to him. You know, it's weird how he tries to manipulate people, but that's the shit he does
without thinking about the consequences of the lie. Unfortunately.
Yeah. You know, I want to thank you guys for everything. And now, are you guys going to put this up?
Probably tomorrow night it should be up.
And nothing is edited, just so you know.
Nothing's edited?
No.
It doesn't need to be.
No, there's nothing to edit.
I know Big J Masters is in there. Tell him I thank him so much for always having my back and take care of me. And I thank you guys so much for, getting me on the phone and getting to know me a little better. And I look forward to, sometime coming down and seeing you guys. Hopefully sometime you'll come down and see me.
All right, man. Well, thanks for being honest. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this was very enlightening. Thanks. It was great chatting with you. You have my number.
Well, you guys have my number. Make sure if you call me or text me anything you ever need for anything.
Well, one thing
Big J Masters, Gold Blue, Michigan. We're Michigan, man. Me and J Masters stick together.
One thing I do need you to do is text me your address so we can send Robbie a shirt.
And his size.
I'll get that.
How tall is he?
What is that?
How tall is Robbie?
Robbie wears a medium.
Okay.
Robbie wears a medium.
You gotta get him. You gotta get him bigger than that, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. You see, the kid's built. He's not too tall, but he is strong and he's built. And I'll tell you what, he would kick Jason's ass in a workout. There's no way Jason could keep up with him.
That's not saying much. A fucking 10-year-old girl could wax Jason in a fucking workout.
He's for me. He wants to keep going. He's the nicest, sweetest kid you will. He's everything. He's fitness, motivation, inspiration, humanity. That's why he's on my team.
Well, if you come down here, bring him with you.
I will. Thank you so much, my friends.
All right, Rob.
Hi, Rob. It's been a pleasure. We'll be in touch. Like I said, text me your address, okay?
I will. And then also, yes, please tell Big J I said thank you for everything.
We will.
When you meet him, you can give him a fucking rim job.
I will. I'll give him a big hug the next day.
Yeah, boy. All right.
Okay.
Be good.
Have a good evening.
You too. We'll be in touch.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank you so much. God bless you guys.
Thanks, Rob. Have a good night.
He was all right,
yeah.
Man. All right. That went well. At least he, hey, we called him out on that shit, and he had an answer for it, so it was good. I think he's all right. I think he means well.
Does Lenny know how to close the garage door? No.
Is there a button I need to press?
Yeah. Brad, you got it?
Feel better?
Yeah. Thanks. Where do you want to put your key?
You can just leave it on the table. For anyone wondering, the first time I let Lenny do a number 2 in my house, there was shit caked on the toilet bowl for about 2 weeks. You know when the way you have to try to get it off if you don't want to touch it is piss on it as hard as you can, like a laser
That's
beam.
not going to work. I tried.
It didn't work with yours, so yeah. Oh, you tried when you were here?
I tell you what, Dave Palumbo's Fiberlize causes you to have an enormous amount of fecal matter.
Or you can.
I know that now.
Toilet brush.
It does. It really comes out. That stuff is amazing. It works hours after you take it. I recommend it to everyone. Fiberlize.
That's if you have a problem shitting.
I think everyone should take it.
So what do you think about Rob, Lenny? What was your impression?
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. Sounds like a good businessman, great family man. I wish him all the best in his entry into the world of the internet. And I think he could.
It's a rocky fucking start, though, man.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is he got caught up in that shit, boy.
Well,
It's hard to take people seriously, you know, once you get involved with that fucking creep. What are you gonna do? I mean, you know, now like we said, he's never gonna shake it. Unfortunately, those trolls will always be there. Those negative comments
he'll always be associated with him.
That's it, man. No matter what. These people are crazy. They're fucking crazy.
As will Nate, the pinworm.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you calling him a pinworm doesn't help.
Yeah.
when you're on a live stream saying everyone call Nate a pinworm, yeah,
He is what he is.
Some people take it better than others, though, you know.
yeah, Nate takes it.
But you got to take it.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Or else it's going to take you.
Fucked up shit said to us. Who cares? Right. You got to have thick skin. You put yourself out there, you know. Not everybody's going to agree with what you say, and who gives a shit?
And, you know, you don't get what you want in life, you know. But to tell you the truth, the more I don't see Christina in person, the more mysterious and more it evolves to where it gets deeper and deeper.
Well,
I'm enjoying the ride.
Stop trying to kill yourself because we want you to meet her in person in this life. And you do
I don't
too.
know how I would take it. I really don't.
The fans are I get messaged constantly every fucking day.
I don't think I'd be able to
tell Lenny to take care of himself.
We
don't want to see him die.
It would be so emotional if I met her.
I'm serious. There people message me every fucking day. Tell Lenny to take care of himself. We don't want him to die. And we don't either. You know what I mean? It's stupid. For what? A goddamn plastic fucking trophy. You're already a big freak.
It's not be a freak for a stage. It's being a freak in real life.
Okay, but you don't.
A stage is just a small microcosm.
You can still be a freak without pumping all that shit into your body.
I don't think
You could be on fucking 400 mgs of test a week and be just fine.
Eventually I'll go there, but
you know that, man.
I would say 800 mgs
I mean,
a
what
week.
more do you need? What another scare would that finally wake you the fuck up?
I don't know if that's what that was. I think it was just an unforeseen turn of events. Dehydration, a little bit of food poisoning.
When did you have food poisoning?
When I went to the hospital the first time.
What? You mean right before, after Hurricane Irma?
That was fucking
Yeah, it was from
old.
July 4th, and I ate it. It was in the back of my fridge. My mother made it July 4th, and I ate it like in August.
I made it.
No.
Yes, because you were at my place July 4th.
You had
Oh, that
chicken
was at the Johnny Bravo Fest. Oh.
July 4th.
You had
Yeah.
2-month-old chicken?
No, it wasn't when Johnny
over a
Bravo was
month,
here.
yeah.
It was July 4th, and he ate it
In the fridge.
He ate at the end of August.
What?
Because I needed a lean meal, and I was like, wow, these chicken's here. I woke up, I was on a diet. Just dug right into it.
It was the fridge or the freezer?
It was in the fridge.
Oh,
But like I said, I lived to tell about it, and I'm sure Christina has a big part in saving me as far as that goes. I can't believe these shirts. These shirts are just unreal and taking me to another world. I can't even sit here. I'm basically useless on the podcast. I look over at her. It's like...
Well, we're going to wrap it up now anyway because it's getting late.
What time is it?
It's 9.
All right. Good. Now I can catch you at the end of the Knicks game playing Golden State Warriors.
Oh, yippee.
Your favorite sport,
God,
Lenny,
no,
basketball.
don't
You want
tell
to
me.
watch with me?
Don't tell me.
You want to come in and watch the end
I'd
of the game?
rather watch those African geese shit all over the yard.
Me too.
Because that's a more intelligent African, a more higher life form than those rejects plastered on that. Any more questions?
Do you believe in a secret society?
A cookie cutter.
The Donkey Kong Fitness.
The Open Society.
He's all over the fucking place, this
Yeah,
guy.
I was
He's direct
messaging
fucking all. Goddamn. What? We didn't delete anybody. Somebody said, "Oh, laughing my ass off. You deleted my question." We don't delete any questions, any comments.
Nothing got deleted.
Dalagram, fuck you.
And if I could ask a huge favor for the Maniacs, you could wish the goddess Christina Broccolini a happy birthday on my behalf, March 9th. I'd be eternally grateful. Thank you.
Happy birthday, fuck you. Happy birthday, fuck you. There you go.
That's what you were sung as a child, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Sing it like Fergie at the All-Star game.
Oh my God. What a fucking disgrace.
They should have let Victor Oladipo sing it. You ever hear him sing?
No.
He's got an amazing voice. Basketball player.
Never heard of
There
her.
it is, yeah.
I was waiting for that.
And if it's a basketball player, never heard of it.
It.
And the its that watch it.
Yeah, they want us
And
to start.
patronize
They want
it.
us to start a GoFundMe so we can take a trip to Thailand to hang out with Tony Huge.
Colombia. Thailand's too far.
Yeah, that's like a fucking 12-hour
That's
trip.
a long flight.
Probably longer.
Let's wait
than
till he goes to Colombia.
that. He sent us some nice shirts. I want to thank him for that.
Thanks.
Yeah, hooked us up. Good guy, man. Funny as shit.
But they pale in comparison to my Christina Broccolini shirts. It's like wrong timing there, but what are you going to do?
Hey, you got a bunch of new fucking shirts, man. You can't.
But these pictures of Christina are absolutely taking me to another world.
Who would you save from a house fire, Jason or Bill Cosby? How about neither? I'd throw gas on that.
You know, his
fire.
daughter just died, and I knew her.
Really?
Yeah,
What'd she die from?
renal failure. Enza Cosby.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention names, but my buddy used to bang her, and we all used to hang out together.
Was
as a
your
group.
buddy white?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
What do you think about that, Bill?
He must
Probably liked
She
it.
was a very cool girl, too.
Yeah, I don't think he cared for the porch monkeys.
He's a fucking scumbag too.
Not really. Just a
Not
man.
really. Bullshit.
You do the same, Brad, if you do this.
No, I wouldn't have to. Why do you have to drug women to fuck them?
You get them drunk, in your case.
No, that's not true. I don't need a drug.
You need to get them drunk.
Well, you know,
No, I do not.
If I remember the testimony correctly,
He's an
from
ugly
his-
motherfucker, so he would have to drug
He
them.
wasn't. He was an athlete when he was younger.
in his trial, if I remember correctly, he didn't give it to them. He asked him. He said, "Take this pill; it'll help you relax."
Of course, he would say that.
Now, if you're a woman, okay,
That's his defense.
He
He's
used
full
to.
of shit.
He used to answer the door. According to the woman, he'd answer the door wearing nothing but a bathrobe. And if this guy says, "Take these pills; they'll help you relax," would you take them?
Yeah, it's like Brad saying, "Here, let me buy you a drink."
You're such a fucking douchebag. This fucking guy right here is a complete jerk off. I'm getting tired of his shit. He trolls the shit out of Jay too. Is Scott and Christina 14387? Go fuck yourself. Anybody that has
Why would
him
you have-
and his wife or girlfriend name as their fucking
If you don't,
handle, get a fucking grow
Yeah.
a pair of balls,
He's-
you
he's-
pussy.
he-
That's just like these guys that have their Facebook with it's them and their wife together, or them and their girlfriend. We have one Facebook account because
not-
we're one person.
Well, the woman runs the show,
Grow a
obviously, because he
fucking
wouldn't
pair of
dream of doing it
testicles.
without her.
Yeah, you fucking
Just like the guys that take their girl to the
eat a
gym with
dick.
them.
Exactly, and hold hands. Fuck out of here.
he's not allowed to have his own Instagram account.
Yeah, this guy's a complete, a jerk off. All right. I'm done. We answered pretty much all these questions without even having to read them. Show Lenny. This guy, too, the bedroom bully. What the
Show
fuck?
Lenny what? What is it?
I don't know what this fucking bum is doing.
Maybe Rob filmed him.
It's Chuck Basher after he fights me. If he ever decides to be stupid enough to get in an octagon with me, that's what he's going to look like.
Well, there you go. The __ bedroom bully.
Not one of those prison cowards, snitch rats, porch monkeys that might be intimidated by your silly little carcass with your 30-inch waist.
Somebody said Big Rob I can't believe the Misfits are letting him use them as well. Nobody uses us, first of all. If we didn't want him to come on, we wouldn't have him on.
How are we being used?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
He's a fuck. We wanted to talk to the fucking guy. Johnny Bravo and Jay Masters vouched for him, so we had him on. What the fuck?
We actually had a great conversation.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty well. I was surprised.
For anyone who listened.
And he sounded very coherent. No, no bullshit. So it was good. Anyway.
And besides, if he wasn't on, it would just be us three idiots talking about nothing again. So
Yeah,
we needed him on.
Talking about trannies.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking our face.
It's a pleasant change. Talking about 69ing trannies and ugh.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to go to Thailand anyway. They don't have big cocks.
And their asses are small.
They have small hips.
I tell
You like the
Colombia.
curvy tranny.
If I
Colombia,
were to look for a
Lenny.
place, I have to go to Atlanta. That's the best.
It's not that far, You can take a trip
From
there.
10s.
It's a fucking 8-hour, not
You're
even
looking
8-hour
at
drive.
Atlanta, you're looking at Detroit, you're looking at Baltimore, you're looking at Brooklyn. It's South of North Carolina, the South got some good ones.
When we go visit Dale, we'll stop in Atlanta on the way. How's that?
Dale's probably already fucked them all.
You're going to get Dale sloppy seconds. Yeah.
That's not right, Leonard. He's very loyal to his wife.
How do you know?
I just get that feeling.
Sniff his underwear on a daily basis?
I get the feeling he's an honest, good old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's kind of shitty for you to say.
I think it's great. I think it's right on target.
That he fucked all the trannies in South Carolina.
The black ones.
Oh my God! You wish that, so you wouldn't be the only one that has those.
We need to
fucking
get
dreams.
Dale to wear his robe, his Grand Dragon robe from the United Clans.
It's
of
called
America.
the Grand Wizard. You fuck.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Grand Wizard.
There's a dragon too.
You remember the movie?
There's a
You remember the movie The
Cyclops.
Toy?
With Richard Pryor? Yeah.
The one that sucked up.
Master Bates.
Yeah.
He had the Grand Wizard of the
one
Ku
that
Klux
Marlon
Klan at his
Brando
party.
sucks off. Oh, that was great.
The Toy was a fucking hilarious
Yeah.
movie. Richard Pryor was great, man.
He was.
Brewster's Millions was
Yep.
another good one with him. All those ones with what's his name?
Gene Wilder?
Yes.
Yep. They're
Bustin' Loose.
great combination.
Very good.
Hear No Evil, See No Evil.
Yep.
Those were good movies.
Remember the big guy in prison with him? What was his name? The fucking guy looked like me. Mass murder.
Which movie?
Bustin' Loose.
I can't remember.
He was also in The Wanderers, the big guy with the bald head.
All right, viewers or listeners, send us a picture of this guy whoever's Lender's
when
talking
they were eating
about.
in the prison cafeteria, he comes to the table and everyone like jumps out of his way. Goldberger. Yeah. Then he comes in his cell. He's like 400 pounds. Hilarious.
We gotta Google that one. All right.
Done.
Sign
It's
off
a
here.
wrap.
That's it. Until next week.
Until tonight at midnight, Christina, when I'm on my knees praying for you.
You get on your knees in your house?
No, I'm just... I figure it's...
I know. You wouldn't want to get shit on your knees. Did you put up that cooking video we did or no?
No, not yet. I
Might have to do another
gotta
one.
go through it.
We gotta get you.
Wait till I'm off.
We gotta get you a Christina apron.
Yeah.
Next time, send.
We gotta go. What we need to do is go buy some ingredients. Do it right.
She likes Indian food. I learned that from...
Yeah, it was very. There was a lot of shit in that. There's too much.
Who likes Indian food?
Christina.
Yuck.
She says, I hope one day a man builds a Taj Mahal for me. I'll never forget that quote. That a man thinks about me enough to build me a Taj Mahal.
She sounds like a materialistic bitch.
Oh, no, not at all.
All right, we got shirts to pack.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, they're all
Brad's got
they're all
asses.
packed. They're ready
Asses
to
to
go.
pack.
That's right.
All right.
Ready
We're
to
done.
be balls deep, Leonard.
Brad, why don't you at least put your tongue where you're in those asses instead of putting your dick in there all the time? You might learn something
No,
about life.
I'm just ready for my Monday nightly suck off on the way home from you. Leonard likes to blow me while I drive.
Freudian slip.
Good night.
Good night.